This is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant as always. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing great. And if it's your first time joining my channel, subscribe, like, and comment. And also, if you're wondering what is Lucifer doing on Earth, well, let me tell you, he's talking about everything that the world is made of, which is what? Business and spirituality. Now, I did see something that was very interesting. There's an upcoming video from Dolo, and his thumbnail kind of made me think. Robbing from God. I think it's the contrary. God is robbing from men, and he's been doing that since Adam and Eve. Like I said before in my other video, Adam and Eve were entities that were far greater than gods. As a matter of fact, they are the mother and father of God. No. Because gods, there's something stronger than a god called a titan. A titan. So in actuality, Adam and Eve were the mother and fathers of titans. And the titans gave birth to gods. I guess you could consider demons as being titans. You know, well, they're one hierarchy higher than a titan, right? Before a titan, there's nothing else that's stronger. So, put it this way: Adam and Eve was stuck in a garden, and they had no idea how powerful they were, because there was no one around. And apparently this entity called God was kind of like, oh, just venerate me and everything's going to be all right. Oh, and don't eat from that tree. You know, which is bullshit. It's allegory bullshit. You know, everybody knows that they would have ate from the fucking tree at some time and point. Like, obviously, you know. That wasn't God's purpose. God's purpose wasn't to get them to not eat from the tree. That's just stupid. You're just acting stupid. You're just retarded. That was planted there on purpose. You know, he put it next to them so they could eat from it at some point. He wanted them to eat from the fucking tree. You know, or else he wouldn't have put the tree there in the first fucking place. That shit makes no fucking sense. Now, the thing is, why did he do that? Well, he was training them like a dog on a leash. He was training them. He was trying to make sure that they had a healthy dose of fear of him within them, so that when they did procreate, eventually, when they did end up procreating, that their procreations would only serve him. So humanity never had a purpose. Humanity never had a goal. It never had a purpose. It never had a history. From his point of view, from the allegoric cave of this so-called entity, this Christian fate, you know, giant head in the sky, in his allegoric cave, humanity was nothing more than subservient slaves. So, but the thing is, he created them with divinity. So, I'm gonna chalk one up to me once again, because they needed to go through a process before they attained that divinity, which was whatever was on the tree, the fruit that they ate from, the ambrosia of the gods, the ambrosia of life, right? They had to taste it before their mind blew up. So basically what happened was, I came along and I said, yo, I'm the neighborhood drug dealer, and here you go, I got some bomb ass weed here that's gonna blow your mind if you smoke this shit. And then I passed the joint to the left. You pass it to the left, right? It's not to the right. You pass it to the left. I passed it to the left. Adam's mind was blown away. And then Adam passed it to the left, And then Eve's mind was blown away. And then, you know, they figured out they were one with the universe. They figured out a whole bunch of shit. That's what the fuck really happened. But the thing is, God wasn't happy with that shit. Because that wasn't what he intended. He didn't want them to be freaking gods themselves. They did well, it didn't matter if they were gods, as long as they served him. But the thing is, when you smoke this bum ass weed, what had happened was you gonna start having some ambition. You gonna start wanting things. You're gonna start building things. You're gonna start thinking that you should be God too. I'll be mad too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Hey, it's not my fault, man. You did like 3 videos with that shit and a remix. You went Puff Daddy with that shit, so you know that shit stuck in my head for a minute, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You went Puff Daddy with that line, bro. Like that's not, you did that. You know. So, anyways, you know, that's what happened. That's what happened. Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, people. I'm being a dick. My bad. Huh?
Not sorry.
So, anyways, that's what happened. They started having ambition. They started wanting to have their own lives, you know. And Adam stayed with God a little bit, you know, and he was still asking questions. He still didn't understand the shit, but God didn't give a fuck. He already knew that he lost him. Like, he already knew, oh man, it's over. This nigga is gonna build. He's gonna ride around in the Murcielago. He's gonna, you know, build himself a 3-story mansion. It's over. It's over. I lost him. I lost him forever. He's gonna build himself a mansion. He's gonna ride around in a Ferrari and stuff. Ugh. Disgusting. Atrocious. The pure agony of this is infathomable. Infathomable. So who's robbing from God? Like, God is robbing you. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that shit. I keep repeating it in my videos. Y'all go to church and the pastor keep telling you to give up your soul. The pastor keep telling you give up your soul. The pastor keep, like, look, there's a man that came to my house once. And we were talking philosophy. And he told me something. He said, I don't know what I don't know. I just give up. I just give everything to God. I give my spirit. He said it with his own word. I give my spirit to God and I give my soul to God. I give my spirit to God. So what do you have? You're a walking carcass. You're a dead man. You're a dead man walking. He owns your soul. He owns your spirit. So what is there left? What are you? What are you? At the end of the day, when all that is said and done, when the deal is made, when you shake hands on that deal, what is left of you? Nothing. You see, a good God wouldn't ask you to give up your soul. He gave you a soul. He didn't give it to you to ask it back. I gave you a soul, so you're supposed to do something with it. I don't care what it is. If you want to build a 3-story mansion, build yourself a 3-story mansion. Make sure you don't hurt people. Make sure it's nice. Make sure it looks good. It's not offensive and stuff. You know what I mean? Do something good. You know what I mean? You want to ride in the Murcielago? Go ahead. Don't crush anybody while driving. Don't hit any pedestrians. Go crazy. Don't drink and drive. Go crazy. Enjoy your soul. See what your soul is about. Navigate your soul. Take chances. Take risks. Explore. See what your limit is. Check what the limit of your soul is. And I'll be there to support you while you do it. That's what a God is supposed to do. That's what all the other gods from all the other cultures do, except for Christianity. All the other gods from all the other cultures on this planet, they all help out with your exploration of this Garden of Eden. So all the other gods will tell you, eat from the tree. But Christianity is the only God that tells you to not eat from the tree. So it's only normal if I come around. My name is Lucifer, in case you haven't noticed. But it's only normal if I come around and I tell you, hey man, look, this dude don't want you to eat from that tree, but I'm telling you, if you eat from this tree, you'll be better than him. You're gonna be greater than him. He thinks he's talking shit. Like, he keeps fucking acting like he's King Tut and shit. He ain't shit. Alright? Like, I'm better than him. There's a bunch of other people that are better than him. Eat this fruit and you'll know what I'm saying. You'll understand what I'm saying. Now the thing is that most people think they understand the ambrosia. Most people think they have eaten the ambrosia, and they have not. You see, the ambrosia could be either taken physically as, oh, they had sex and it blew their minds, or it could be taken philosophically, as in they indulged in the usage of the philosopher's stone, the power of creation. So what really was on that tree? The tree of life. What was that fruit? Because even I say that I give fruits to people to eat, and sometimes they reject it because they're so scared of what might happen if they actually eat from it. I still do it till this day. I got a whole bag of fruits, and I'm throwing fruits at people's faces. I'm basically stuffing the fruit right down their freaking jaws. And they gnash, and they're like, no, they don't want to eat it. I'm like, here, take it, eat the fucking thing. You know, pardon my language. I'm still doing it even today. Ain't shit changed. Nothing's changed. Everybody think all those things happened 3,000 years ago. I still do that today. I didn't finish. I didn't stop. I didn't stop. I still do it today. Ain't nobody gonna stop me too. Who's gonna stop me? God? You in what army? You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna stop me. Because I know what I am. That's why. That's why you can't stop me, because I'm very aware of what I am. I'm very sure of what I am. Most people are not sure. And most people think they know what the fruit is. And this is the result of them not wanting to eat the fruit. Or they become complacent with the fruit. Because they think they know what the fruit is. They don't think that they need to know more about what the fruit is. So they become complacent. And they accept every notion that religion brings up. Because religion brings up a lot of notions. Let's not underestimate 3,000 pages of parables and metaphors here. Even though they're mostly rudimentary. Mostly. And then some of them I just don't understand, to be quite honest. There's a lot of parables in the Bible. I'm like, what the is these guys smoking? But nonetheless, most people don't know what the fruit is because they never ate from the tree. They don't even go to the garden. They don't even want to step foot in there in fear that this might offend their precious Lord. And they will burn in hell for eons and eons. I got a question for you. What makes you think that you're not going to burn in hell right now for just being who you are? So tell me, what's the difference? Are you so sure that you're not going to burn in hell, that you're not even going to, you're kind of like, oh, well, if I don't eat the fruit, it's for sure that I'm not going to burn in hell? No, I don't think that's true. I severely doubt that might be the case. I think for a lot of people, eating that fruit might save your fucking life. If hell exists. And of course, it does exist. Trust me, it does exist. I've been there. Like it exists, and for some people though, hell is paradise. But for other people, it's pure agony. And let me scare you a little bit. Just because I want you to eat from the apple, I want to scare you a little bit. Hell is full of gore. There are dead bodies. There are weird creatures up in that mother effer. There are weird things going on in hell that I don't understand. People have their own hellscape. Some of these demons don't live where I live. They live in their own plane of existence that is contained within hell. So what makes you think that the person you are right now saves you from that kind of shit? I'm just asking. You don't have to answer. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, me, I look at it this way. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. So why not? So I find it quite curious, especially if you think everything in the Bible literally. If you think everything in the Bible literally, and it clearly stipulates that most of y'all are gonna burn in hell. God is not happy. Supposedly, God is not happy with humanity because we killed Jesus. No pun intended, no offense meant. So we're already doomed because of that shit. And a lot of people will tell you, oh no, he died on the cross to, no, he died on the cross to postpone him kicking your ass. That's what it is. Because if you read a couple pages later, you are doomed. Everybody keeps saying, oh, he died for the sin. No, that shit didn't work. A couple of pages later, he still considers you as being doomed. You're still in deep doo-doo. What do you think there's an Armageddon? What do you think there's a Sodom and Gomorrah? Sodom and Gomorrah is a parable. Sodom and Gomorrah probably didn't even exist in the time that Sodom and Gomorrah existed. It was probably a nice place where nothing happened. It's just another way of saying in the future, people are going to be so fucked up that that's what it's going to look like. And probably the real Sodom and Gomorrah was just a regular ass place. It was a parable. These niggas are doing magic. It's Jew magic. They can see in the future and shit. They have insight on future dealings. And that's what the Bible is. It's just insight on future dealings based off of human psychology. It's mathematics. They know these Jews know how we act, and based off of our actions and our train of thought, they can then figure out where we're going to end up. Tell me who your friends is, and I'll tell you where you might end up. In layman's term, that's what the Bible is. In a simplified version, that's what the Bible is. It took 3,000 pages to explain one single sentence that people use all the time. So you're still fucking screwed, based of your analogy anyway. He don't like your face. He don't like any of us's face. I don't know if that's true. Maybe I do. Maybe it doesn't matter. Because maybe whether you had killed Jesus or not, he would still hate your face. Maybe that's just an excuse. Maybe he's trying to give himself an excuse. Who knows? So, robbing God is the most laughable thumbnail I have ever heard of. The most laughable shit I've ever heard of. I've never seen something like that before. Robbing God. God is robbing us. He's been robbing us since the dawn of time. And apparently, it's not just us. Apparently, he's been robbing the angels too. I mean, I get it. It's your creation, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with it, right? Kiss my ass. That's what I say. You gave me life, and you also gave me a brain, and you also gave me the ability to think. So my answer to that is kiss my fucking ass. Pardon your face, pardon my language. How about that? You know what I mean? Is that fair enough? It's my brain. It's my body. And if I go down the slippery slope that he's going down on, kiss my ass. And that right there is proof of my genius and my intellect. Because only a very smart man would tell God to kiss his ass. It's true. Only a smart person, only a very highly intelligent being would tell God to kiss his ass. What are you laughing for? It's true. It's true. Am I lying or am I lying? Yes or no? Yes or no? Based off of your logic. If you're telling me you can do whatever the fuck with me because you created me, well, the thing is, I got things that my mother created or I created. Well, I can't create my own brain. What you know what I mean? It's my brain, right? I own it, right? It's mine. It's in my body. It's in the container. It's mine. So with my brain, based off of your logic, I can tell you to go kiss my ass. And you ain't got shit to say because I am following your rules. So you got to come off correct. You got to come off with something better than I created you so I can do whatever the fuck I want. That makes no sense. You're bullshit. You're full of shit. You're a being with power that did not deserve power to start with. Because you're immature. You're immature. You're not that good. You know, like you just you know, you're just not that good. You know, like it's just period. Period. So, like I said before, you're giving God your soul and your spirit, and you're left with absolutely nothing. You got people like me that have a tremendous amount of power that you are incapable of comprehending, and you think it's because I'm born this way or some shit like that. I'm not born this way. I'm just curious. Curiosity killed the cat. Which means, in my world, in my realm, in my style of thinking, killing the cat would mean it actually extended its lifespan threefold. Let me tell you something. How old do you think I am? How old do I look? How old do you think I am, bro? Like how old do you think I'm older? I'm gonna tell you that I'm older than Dolo. Look at Dolo's face. He's talking about God all the time. Look at him. Look at me. And then look at him. I'm older than him. Do you believe that shit? This nigga looks like a 52-year-old grown-ass man. I'm older than him. So, curiosity actually expanded the lifespan of this cat person threefolds. I'm gonna live to 100. I'm gonna live beyond 100. I might live to 200 years. I don't even know. At this point, the shit is ridiculous. Fucking shit. It's kind of scary. Because I don't feel old at all. Like, not even a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, God has been robbing you this whole time. Shit. I told you before. Like, guys, y'all don't have to believe me. Try to sell your soul to the devil and see what happens. See what happens. Try it. Try it. Like I double dare you to do to try to get Lucifer, the Satan, to sell your soul to Satan and see if he takes it. I double dare you. I double dare you to tell me that you did a spell and that yes, Lucifer took my soul. Bullshit. You are fucking lying. He doesn't take souls. That's not what he does. That's movies. The only one that actually takes souls. Movies has been lying. The thing is. I don't understand how come most of you guys watch movies. You're very aware that everything is a lie. You got, especially, I'm sorry guys. Sorry my brothers. I'm sorry my brothers, but y'all making all kinds of research. Y'all making all kinds of research, right? You know everything is a lie. Everything in Hollywood is a lie. What about the religious movies? You know, no. You know what? Screw the religious movie. What about the horror movies? Or the high octane drama, investigative drama thrillers, right? Where Satan is involved, where Lucifer is involved, right? He's always the bad guy. But we agree that everything these guys tell us is a bold-faced lie. And yet, there's 300,000 movies made about how Lucifer is the liar, even though we know these guys lie all the time. So if these guys lie all the time and they're saying Lucifer is a liar, then who really is the liar? Wait, what? some mind-blowing shit. And it is mind-blowing shit. It is fucking mind-blowing shit. It's fucking crazy shit. Y'all think Lucifer was everybody signing their soul to Lucifer? No. This signing their soul to God is because you don't know what God is. Because you believe all of the fucking movies that these guys made, even though you know that they're lying. Now, the thing that I don't understand is y'all understand that everything is a lie, but when it comes to God, that shit is pure truth all the time. That shit is 1000% the truth all of the time. 10 Commandments, Jesus Nazareth, the nativity story, fucking Noah's Ark. They did a movie with what's his name? Not Kurt Russell something. Yeah, Russell Crowe. There you go. Did a movie with him. All those fucking movies. All those Hollywood actors. All those highly paid, supposedly anti-God people. They're supposedly anti-God, but they spend millions of dollars making movies about him. How many times did you see somebody waste millions of dollars making a movie about Lucifer? I don't even think there is one. And these guys are like, supposedly they're Satanists, right? Oh, but they're just trying to hide the fact that they're Satanists. Yeah, fucking right. Why would they need to hide? Hide what? You like that shit. Ain't nobody's gonna stop them from doing no fucking Lucifer movies. No one's gonna say shit. Who's gonna say something? Shit, if anything, you want to be in that movie. Well, maybe not right now. Because if you look at things right now things are looking kind of bad for the Illuminati. I mean, their movies are trash. COVID kind of like killed everything. They don't have a lot of fucking... It's pretty bad. I mean, if you know cinematography like I do, you would know that what you're watching right now that's on the big screen are B movies, man. Those are B movies, bro. They don't have any funding. Those are B movies. They're just, the reason why it looks good is because they got 2-3 dudes that's really good at computer animation. But it's pretty bad. And a 90% made computer animation made movies, some CGI shit, that's not considered AAA right there, man. That's not blockbuster right there. That's B movie shit. It's because you ain't got no money to actually make some props or actually shoot on location, because shooting on location costs a lot of money. It takes millions. You got to pay the cast. You got to feed them. You got to pay for the place they're gonna stay. You got to pay for the flight. It costs millions. That's why it costs millions to make these fucking movies, especially if you go on site. If you shoot at a location, you gotta feed all these people. They ain't got that kind of money no more, man. That's why the movie's 90% CGI, bro. Shit is garbage right now, man. I mean, there's still, people aren't that up to par with their CGI game. So they get away with a lot of shit. So they still racking up a little bit of money. The actors are racking up money and the producers, but everybody else that's involved, there's a lot less people involved right now. It's probably like, it used to be 50 people to make a movie. Now it's probably 25. It used to be 100. Now it's just 50. That shit's been cut to half. They got cut to fucking half, bro. So yeah, they can get away with some shit here and there. But one thing's for sure, but that's only recent. One thing's for sure, that's only recent. But a couple years ago, before COVID, they didn't have that problem. So they could have made a movie about Lucifer whenever the fuck they wanted. because people was on their jocks. It's only now that people like me are around. And then you got the fake, even the fake, woke community kind of helped us, man. They made this shit popular, dude. And that fucking killed them, dude. They killed themselves. They fucking killed themselves. That's called shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I mean, man? That's called shooting yourself in the effing foot, bro. But before that, Ben-Hur, those are millions of dollars that was spent to make these movies. And I consider it classics from the same dudes that are telling us that they ain't fucking with that dude. That's funny though. But ever since I made these videos, ever since I proclaimed myself Lucifer, all kind of weirdos been crawling out the woodwork. I mean, there've been weirdos before, but it's still weird that I'm damn near a Satanist and niggas has still got a problem. Why is that? And why is it I can't smell these dudes either? Like I told you before, me, man, Lucifer hate when I salute these MFers, man. He hates that shit. He's like, your friends are disgusting. And I shit you not, I swear on everything that I love that he actually said that shit, man. I was like, what? I was confused too. You think I'm just sitting here trying to look cool and shit like that? Man, that shit, sometimes I'm still kind of like, what? I'm not kidding, man. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'm on the bathroom, I'm taking a poop, and when you're pooping, there's a bunch of ideas that comes to your head and stuff, and then it comes up. I'm like, man, Lucifer doesn't like the Illuminati. What the? How weird is that? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I never thought I would hear that from him. I didn't care, because to me, to be quite honest, let me be real with you guys for 2 seconds, man. Like, I was at a point where I was kind of like, man, this is bullshit. My life is bullshit, man. like I was at a point. I was like, man, my life is fucking bullshit, man. So I'm like, like he could have taken advantage. Like, he could have taken advantage of that. I didn't care that he was friends with the Illuminati. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was like, whatever. Like, I was like I was at the precipice. You know what I mean? I was at the precipice. I was like, I don't even care anymore. You know what I mean? I just want what I can get. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. I didn't like the Illuminati back in the days anyway. I was fighting these guys all the time, whether it was physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, on all planes of existence. But that shit don't make your life easier though. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when you're somebody special like me, when you got a great mind, when you are charismatic, lovely, charming, it's hard to let an enemy like that go, because he makes your life interesting. You know what I mean? So they didn't want to let me go either. You know what I mean? They don't want to destroy me, man. Who else is gonna fight them? Dolo, with his smoked out ass. You know what I mean? With his drugged out ass, bro. He's fucking drugged out, bro. How's he gonna fight? He's fucking drugged out, man. At least I give them a challenge. At least they feel it when I do something. You know what I mean? It's not just somebody talking out of their ass. You know what I mean? Just a hoot and holler. You know what I mean? So I was at that precipice, man. Like I didn't even care no more. I was like, you know what? I mean, I don't like them. I'm not gonna be part of their shit. But give me something, nigga. You know what I mean? And he told me, yo, like, all right. And I didn't hear that day. I didn't hear that day. I was watching. I'm a fan of movies. I'm a fan of movies. I like well done movies. I respect the art of being an actor. I respect the arts. I'm Lucifer. Of course I respect the arts. I created art. Of course I'm gonna respect it. Duh. It's part of it. It goes with the fucking territory. Part of my language. Part of your face. But one day I was watching a movie and the guy, I'm like, man, this guy's a great actor. This guy's a great actor. And I'm flowing in the fourth dimension and I'm talking to like celebrity spirits and shit. Pardon your face, pardon my language, sorry. And then I hear a voice in the distance. I hear Lucifer in the distance. I know Lucifer's voice, so whatever. I hear his voice in the distance saying, your friends are disgusting. I'm like, what? What do you mean, man? They're not disgusting. They're not all of them. You know, trying to like, you know, save face here, you know. Friends are disgusting. He said disgusting too. Like he's like ew, you know, he's genuinely, that's like when you say disgusting, that means you genuinely don't like, you know what I mean? You know, that's like, you know, it's pretty up there. Saying something disgusting is pretty high up there, you know, like you can't stand to watch me do that. Like, you know, that's it's very weird. And then you watch the fucking movies and then you think you're crazy. And then you think you're crazy. Because you think you're crazy because Lucifer just told you that he thinks the Illuminati is disgusting. You know, and then you start thinking, man, I need some fucking medication. Pardon my language. You're sitting there, you're like, I need some medication. But then again, you start watching movies again. And then you start to notice they spend millions of dollars making these movies about you know who. The giant floating head in the sky. I mean, sure, they make movies with, you know, demons in it. But, you know, look at Paranormal Activity. Great movie. Racked up millions. But how was it made? It took like, what, $7 million to make that movie? Something like that. It was $7 million to make Paranormal Activity. Great movie. Fucking fantastic. Scared the shit out of me too. You know what I mean? That movie scared the shit out of me, man. $7 million. Unbreakable. The last one, Split, where Lucifer is actually in there. It's a sequel of a sequel. M. Night Shyamalan recently came out of hibernation to make that movie. He didn't get $100 million to make that shit. He didn't get $100 million to make that, man. What else? You got The Exorcist, one of the greatest demon movies in history. Right? In movie history. Right? Same thing. Was like, what, 7 million, 20 million, tops. The whole movie is shot in one room. The whole movie is one room, bro. It's just one room. That's it. 10 Commandments. Holy shit. Now that was epic. You know what I mean? That shit, 10 Commandments is like Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like there's pillars of fire flowing in there. The guy separates the sea, bro. There's thousands of chariots and people moving in like, whoa. Noah, Russell Crowe movie. That was $100 million. They spent $100 million on that shit. There was a lot of CGI though, but they spent $100 million on it. They spent more money on it. Or, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Another good movie with demons, 7 Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go watch that movie and tell me that somebody spent more than spent 100 million on that shit. Please, please, please. That shit was trash. The CGI was trash. The movie is great. It's a great movie. It's super entertaining. But it was, the effects, the special effects was garbage. And it's cool because that it gives the movie its charm too at the same time. Oh. There's Hellboy. There's Hellboy though. There's Hellboy. Hellboy, they did spend a little bit of money on Hellboy. Yeah. But the last one killed it. They destroyed Hellboy, man. And another thing, that's another thing. The biggest conspiracy there is in Hollywood with demons. That was the eye-opening thing to me. It was the eye-opening thing. Because you need to understand, check this out. The thing is. Check this out. Comic books, animation is movies. Anything that's movies, these guys know. Cartoons, TV series, live action things like Power Rangers. Those are all potential movies. Pokemon, multiple movies. Avengers, multiple movies. Blade, multiple movies. Punisher, multiple movies. Captain America, multiple movies. Hulk, multiple movies. There's this one dude that's super popular in the comic book community. You might know him. This character's name is Spawn. To me, that was the beginning of my downfall. I liked Spawn when I was a kid. I thought he was a cool character. But he's a devilish character. He's a character that comes out of hell. This character came out of hell. Now, understand, Spawn, for the people that don't know, Spawn is an independent comic book. And you might say, oh, well, that's the problem. The problem is he was independent, so he wasn't messing with them dudes, so that's why them dudes didn't let him through. I would say you got a point. Fair point. But then I would rebuttal that whether that's the case or not, Spawn was kicking Marvel Comics' ass when it came out. Nobody knows that. Nobody's aware of that shit. But Spawn single-handedly was whooping the entirety of the comic spectrum single-handedly. It was selling out more than Iron Man. It was selling out more than Hulk. It was selling out more than all those comic books. At the time, we're talking about 90s, early 90s. They made a movie. Also had less than 100 million. Now, the point I'm trying to make is I'm a kid that's very aware that these guys are Satanists. I'm a kid and I like a character that comes from hell. I know 2 million people on this planet that would gladly pay $10, $20 to go at a widescreen cinema or an IMAX to go see a character that's damn near Satanist. So the same dudes that are Satanists don't want to make a movie of a character that represents hell, represents what they're doing or what they're about, that other people like, even though other people don't necessarily want to be Satanists, but that would obviously, if you could actually, I'm not trying to help a nigga out, pardon my language, pardon your face, I'm not trying to help a nigga out, but listen, what I'm trying to say is, if you had wanted to influence people, sorry, I know I shouldn't say that word in front of you, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But what I'm trying to say is, if you wanted to influence people, it would have been so easy for you to take that character, spend $250 million on the movie, blow everybody's fucking mind, pardon my language, blow everybody's mind, create a franchise behind it, create a freight train, you know, choo choo. And then you would have influenced a whole bunch of teenagers, a whole bunch of kids, a whole bunch of people into your whatever you're trying to do. You could have put so many bullshit messages in there and no one would have gave a crap because you spent $250 million on a character that they actually do want to see on a screen that's actually more connected to you than it is to me. So to me, I always found that very weird. You know, it was always it was weird. Why not? You know, like what's up with this character that they don't want him on the screen? Because they did everybody else. Shit, there's superhero movies that are so obscure that actually went to the big screen that I don't even know. There's still movies that I've never seen from the 70s, and they're like comic book characters. I'm like, what? They actually made a movie about this? Are you serious? You know what I mean? The other day I was watching the first version of Captain America from the 1970s. That is hilarious. It's the best Captain America movie ever. I don't know what the heck people are talking about. Like, people are saying it's trash. No, it's great. It's a great movie. You're crazy. It's hilarious. So to me, it messed with my mind because this whole time I'm spending years trying to ask myself, why don't they just use that guy? Like, he's right there. The story's right there. It's right in front of me. I know that they've seen it. I know they thought about it. I don't think they're oblivious that this, company was able to take over Marvel while they're up there making Marvel movies since the 70s. And this guy's kicking ass, and you don't want to use his character. That's actually a character that does come from hell, even though you guys are fucking hellish. I mean, it doesn't matter if people knew that y'all were Satanists or not. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. So what was so wrong with this character? Even Michael Jai White don't like that movie. I love Spawn. I love the movie. I still have the DVD. I still have it. I love that movie. I think it was great. There's nothing wrong with it. Even he hates that movie, man. And Michael Jai White's kind of shifty. You know what I mean? Michael Jai White is she's a shady character. She's kind of shifty. You know what I mean? So, why? What is up with this whole conspiracy? You know what it is? What it is they didn't want a demon Spawn to be a flagship character. Why? Let me tell you why. Because God is being robbed. That's why. It's because he's being robbed. That's why. Ain't that crazy? I would have gladly paid. I would have gladly paid to go see that movie. I would have gladly paid. And I did pay to go see that Spawn. But that Spawn was made on $20 million. Something around there. 40 million, I think. Cheap. B movie. That shit, it didn't even make it to the big screen. It wasn't a festival first. They put it in the festival and then it went to the big screen. And it stayed on the big screen for 2-3 months and then it went straight to DVD. No one cared. No one liked it, apparently. Bullshit. I loved it. It was great. God is being robbed. Somebody's being robbed. We don't know who. Because you can't really steal from the devil. I wouldn't consider it. Because if you steal for the devil, you're going to pay a hefty price that you might not want to pay. And judging from what I'm seeing, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get the message. I'm starting to get the message. I don't think I understood. I thought I understood the message, but I'm starting to understand the message now. I'm seeing people dropping like flies all of a sudden. It is what it is. So, moral of the story is, I think you need to take care of yourself more. I think you need to care about who you are more than taking it for granted and be like, oh, I'm just on Earth breathing air. You know, like, get a life. Seriously, get a fucking life. Like, stop saying like, you know, I'm just here to breathe oxygen. You're not just here to breathe oxygen. But you might not care about that little statement. And that's fine. That's more oxygen for me. You know, but that's the moral of the story. If it needs to be said. And with that said, my name is Lucifer. Please share. Please subscribe. It'll help me out. Join the website. We got new videos coming out. We got a new video coming out. We got new videos coming out, period. Go listen to some great music. Check out Lucifer's Lounge. You know, whatever. Come chill. Come and chill, man. And with that said, as I always say, have a good one. Peace out.